Hello everybody and welcome for a new Kerbal Space Program episode. In this episode we will see another moon of Kerbin. It's minmus, because we already did the first moon and after we will put a space station around it and on it, but first we will try to get on minmus because it's a little bit further, it's a little bit like a challenge for us and it will get us some science points. So it's important to get on minmus. So I'm building a little rocket with some side boosters. I'm trying to use solid boosters because it's less expensive and I need to just don't waste my money. So this is the rocket on the launch pad launching. We are going very fast, passing 200 meters per second. The boosters are very nice. We cannot control the angle of the rocket with solid boosters. It's why I just lit up the engine of the middle. We are already at Mach 3, passing 25 kilometers height on the higher atmosphere. We can just start turning, start doing our orbit. So it's already like all the missions that go outside of the planet, I guess. So raising down our apoapsis and raising up our periapsis as usual. We are not so fast, but we have a lot of delta V remaining. I made it like I have a little error merge, so I can just make some errors and it will not count on the mission. So it's Jebediah, the pilot. Again, it's the same pilot as in all of my missions because I love his ability to just maneuver at least a little bit. We are now close to the orbit. I was close to say we are in orbit, but it's not the case. And our periapsis is raising up. We are now in orbit, a very little orbit with atmosphere pass. And in some seconds we will be in true orbit. So our periapsis is very high. I just messed up a little bit. And this is minmus, at least twice as far as the moon, and it has a little strange angle, so we need to correct the angle and change all of that. So yes, it's 6 degrees up from our trajectory, so we need to correct that before the maneuver, in the maneuver, but before just going on the moon. And this is the moon. I can use gravity assist, but it's too complex, and this rocket is made for a one pass and go mission. The only problem is by doing this we will have a very long mission. It's at least 100 days, I think. So yes, I just have a problem. I can take care of that and just make this in few many weeks, but I just wasn't watching this and it's not a problem for us. It will make us our space station work in this time, so it's a little bonus. I have some solar panels on the rocket. I was just like, we cannot put that many batteries, and if we have any problem, we will need electricity. So I just put some solar panels. It's the first game solar panels that you have, so it isn't that much grid, but it works as solar panels. So as you can see, we have a lot of just changes to make, but it doesn't use that much delta V. We have like some thousands, it's in millions kilometers to change, but it will not use more than 200 delta V. And I wasn't just watching, so I messed up and our trajectory has a problem. We need to correct it because if we don't, we will go out of the Kerbin system, not the solar system, excuse me, but out of the Kerbin attraction gravity. So as you can see, we are close to minmus. We just spent 8 days for now, so there isn't any problem. But I had a problem with this mission. I think I did it in 2 times. I don't know why, or it was the first time that messed up. I don't know why. In my mind, it was 77 days of mission, so not that much. This is not that much compared to that. I think I just messed up the re-entry of the first one and just did it again. I am not sure of it. So the mission you win by doing this mission, the mission, the science you win by doing this mission is huge. You can just win more than 100 science by just going around minmus, not just in around you orbit around it. Just skip minmus and you will have a lot of science back, so it's very useful. I just made some science, transferred all into the capsule to not burn it, because yes, I think it was that the problem on the first flight. It was I just messed up by putting the things not into the container and it burnt and I lost all my science, so I had to do this again. And for those who use some probes and other, you will not have the full control of them because you're too far away, and if you don't put any relay station or other, you will have a problem with that. So I'm making a little maneuver to check how much delta V I will use to just get our periapsis right, just above 50 kilometers and under 60, and it's good. I have to break up a lot, so it's why I just put my periapsis very high compared to usually, and I just broke up with the fuel that I had. Not all, because I need to keep it if our apoapsis don't raise down as much as we need. So we will do that in 2 orbits, in 2 maneuvers. So we need to go down here and making our second thing. I like the way that the station looks like another planet orbiting, because it has a very good orbit. It's nice. It's nice looking. Jebediah likes to fly. He looks great. So braking a little bit and detaching this stage. It's the last stage, and boom. Yes, it was that the problem. I was just telling me something isn't right, and yes, I just went out when I shouldn't, and Jebediah exploded. So he's fine because we have him here, but it's in the other mission, and yes, in this one it took a lot more time. We are at 69 days. Strange. So just keeping a little bit of science. After we will come back to Kerbin, and after we will make a little plane with the science we got to make the end of the episode a little bit more fun than just re-entries. So keep watching if you want to help me. I don't know if someone just watched the full video and listened to me, or if I'm really talking alone, like I feel I am. And yes, the mission is taking way too long, like 77 days right now, and we are far away from Kerbin. We need to just went back to Kerbin. It's 17 days, so yes, it's a very long mission. And after I will make another game, so I think it will be the first episode will just be published as I'm talking to you right now, but when I'm doing that, it's not. I don't know if I will do Subnautica or Minecraft, but one of them, because I have a suggestion and I will check that for later. And for now, the votes are equally reparted in all of them, so I think I will make Subnautica because I have 5 episodes already finished, so it will help me a lot. So going down here in the upper atmosphere, no problem, no explosions for now. And yes, I untouched all, and this doesn't break as much as we do, so it went back, and the other one as well, so we are faster than everything else. You can see all the nice views of all, and a little bit of silence, fire creeping outside the window. No problem for now. We will land on water or on the land, obviously, but it isn't a problem because we don't have legs, so we don't have to land on the grass. So we don't have any obligations. We just have to land in one piece, in one chunk. So except that we don't have any other problem. And our electricity is completely full because we have solar panels that still works even if we are burning. So it's a little fun fact. In real life, I don't know if real life solar panels still working under a huge fire. So maybe you can try and tell me. Opening the doors because I put the parachutes in it. Why? It's because one time I put them outside and they exploded. So just like that, I'm sure they are protected from any problem, anything to damage them. So opening the parachutes, and here we go. The mission is done. So you can look at this, but I will not keep all until the end. It's very long. So here we are in the plane hangar, in the it's not the VAB. I don't know if it's a PAB because it's for plane. I'm not sure. In French, I don't remember how they call that. So a pretty nice plane. How in the style that I like to do. In it's not Gothic wings. It's middle between Gothic and Delta. So it works very well, and with these motors you can't go past the walls, the sound barrier, the wall of sound, the thing with 300 meters per second. But if you change the mode, you can go and completely break this limit, but it will cost you a lot of energy, a lot of fuel. So we will directly skip to the end of the mission. So as you can see, our speed was great, but not that great. By the way, you can subscribe or like or other. I have more subscribers than I even thought I will have, excuse me. So I'm happy right now. The plane will land on the water. Why? Because the land is very far away. I don't want to go there. And secondly, I never made a perfect landing on the land, so I will try to make a water landing. And a little spoiler, just don't listen if you don't want to be spoiled. I will make that perfectly without breaking anything. It's the first time. This plane is very awesome and I made it myself. I'm proud of my plane. So as you can see on the left, I don't have a lot of fuel remaining. It's because it was very long and I used all of that in afterburning mode. So yes, it was quick, but used a lot of fuel. Thank you and see you the next Monday.